And welcome back, everybody. A.S.T.E.P Grim here, and this is what should be the last video for our Skyrim Total Enhancement Project installation for Skyrim Special Edition in the summer of 2020. And we're going to do step 6 today. That's what we're going to start with. The primary things I want to get to are the ENB and the BethINI settings. But this is a required step in the guide, and it's what's next. We just finished up with Dindalot and stuff yesterday, and so now we're into step 6. So it says that it wants us to launch by selecting the SKSE executable from the drop-down list in Mod Organizer and click the Run button. And it tells us a new game is required. Do not use a save. If this is a reinstallation, if you're upgrading your guide from a previous install, it tells right here that you need to look at the changelog really closely to decide whether or not you're an exception to the rule, and you can go ahead and use a previous save. Let's see, first time guide install load could take. It's just letting us know that this load could take quite a while because it's the first time that we're starting it, and it needs to load all the mods, but after that it'll load quicker. Now, I'll tell you, last night I went ahead and started it up to the splash screen. So the time that you see my computer take, that's how long it's going to take me on average from now on, because this is not my first time starting it. It will be my first time clicking play, though, so we'll find out if I get a CTD or anything. And users may find any files in their overwrite folder after closing the game, so we need to put those in their respective folders. Okay, so here's SKSE. You find it in your load order or your tools and select that, and then you click Run. Be patient, just give it a minute. I'm also uploading a lot of videos, so things are being taxed by my CPU. Okay, I just kind of had to click in. All right, so I do not have an ENB loaded right now. I think this continue is from a cloud save. Yeah, it is. So we're not going to use that. That is irrelevant. We're going to click New. Mods are currently loaded. Achievements are disabled, so I think there's someplace that I can go change that. I think the guide actually showed us that. Anyway, I'll have to take a look at where that's at. Okay, so on here you can turn the light off if you want. And then here's what Windsong is doing for our default characters. And we're just going to use this guy as a test case, but you can load up presets via the race menu. Race menu gives you this ability, the race menu mod, and then you have all kinds of stuff that you can alter. You really have quite a lot of control. You can zoom out to get a better picture of the body and things of that nature. Can you rotate them? Not all the way around, and that's just something with Skyrim. But you can get different angles on your face. Alright, so we're going to just use him, and we'll call him Test. Okay. Initializing iHUD SE version, auto-saving, MCM registered 22 new menus, use the Mara statue, etc., etc. You're always going to see that stuff run. once you load an E and B, you'll see some E and B stuff up there potentially. But this is what a vanilla ST.E.P guide looks like. I think it looks pretty nice, and just like they promised, though, it is very much falls in line with the look of the original game. It's just higher texture models, you know, when it comes to graphics. Now an E and B is going to change that quite a lot, and some of the lighting mods that we have are already changing some of the gradient of the interior. But look at the ground. I mean, that's pretty. And this isn't the 4K options, right? This is the 2K standard. That's pretty detailed. That's a big improvement over the vanilla Skyrim. All right. Well, let's proceed on with step 6. Step 6. Mod configuration, menu settings. Wait, does it tell us anything here that I need to let you guys know about? No. It'll tell you that you need to sleep in the bed to start your menu after you talk to the Mara statue. But we'll go through that. Alright, Cathedral Weathers. Users who have installed the optional Lighting and Weathers mod group, which I have, should set interiors to darker in order for luminosity to have the correct interior brightness. Okay. So we'll go to mod configuration here, select Cathedral Weather, and here's interior vision, and set that to darker. Tab out, and you can see that's quite a difference. That's quite a difference. Let's see what our character looks like. Yeah. Nice. I like it. You have realistic bloom effects happening here and light fall off with shadow. It's good. I don't see my character's shadow on the ground anywhere, but I probably wouldn't really need that anyway. You can see it coming off his feet there a little bit. A little bit. But that's... we should see it casting that way, I would think. But who cares? You know, I don't know how much RAM it costs to make that little impact happen. Okay, moving on. Complete crafting. The following screenshots display the recommended settings for the mod's MCM. Alright, so we can see we go to recipe display. All of this is checked, and the top two here are checked, and this one is checked, and this says both sexes. So again, go to mod configuration, go complete crafting, and go to recipe. These are all checked, followed by disable, top two. We want to uncheck this one, and both sexes. Okay, the next thing is going to be learning and XP, 0.5, 0.1, 0.2, 0, checked, 2553.5. 0.5. Oh. 0.5. Oh, shoot, I forgot. 0.5, 0.1, 0.2. 0.5. 0.1. 0.2. 0. Check. 2553.5. 0. Check. 2553.5. Check 100 all zeros. Check 100 all zeros. Next. Mining and materials. Vanilla 13113 check. Vanilla 131. Didn't I have a 113? 1313. I did not. Alright, 1313. Check that makes noise. Specific 10%, 20%. Yep, we got that. Nothing checked here. 265 to 1. 265 to 1. Okay. And the next slide is the miscellaneous, where we want 5%, 30%, 10%, 5% check. 5:30, 10:05, check. 5:30, 10:05, check. And then check under upgrade via crafting. Okay, then uncheck, uncheck. And do we have a next? That was it. So we're done with the crafting overhaul, the complete crafting. Farmhouse chimneys, mod support, Hellerkin Creek, oak wood, and cutting room floor. Alright, so tab out of here. Farmhouse chimneys, mod support, Hellerkin Creek, oak wood, and cutting room floor. Alright. There's nothing else for that one. Lanterns of Skyrim. Settings 19.7, 5 seconds it looks like. Settings 19.7, 5S. Always on. Enable lanterns in villages. Always on. Enable lanterns in villages. Nothing for enable lanterns along roads. Lock overhaul must be activated. Once enabled, the settings are user preference. Okay, lock overhaul's right here. General, activate it. You need to close the menu. Okay, so we have to tab all the way out and then go back into it and highlight lock overhaul. And let's see, next sliders. Allow increasing skill. Enable the sound effect. Enable crime. I think. Allow auto open when unlocked. Yes. Increase value, sound volume, recognize plugins. Lock requirement. Activate lock requirements. Yeah, I like that idea. 150 and 100. Activate auto lock picking. I believe that these are two conflicting concepts of how to approach lockpicking in this game. So in my opinion, you would pick one or the other. Either you are setting up a system where you have to have X amount of experience in picking locks before you can get into these level locks, but once you have it, then a lock is a lock and you know how to manipulate it. Or you have a chance no matter what the skill level is. And that's based more on you as a... No, you know what? I could see that. I could see both of them being used. Okay. Apprentice locks requirement, 25 skill. Expert locks requirement, 75. Alright. Smash locks, sure. Allowed weapons only two-handed. That's what I usually take. When I'm going to be a sword and shield guy, I'm playing the character I tend to like the most in RPG games and stuff. Well, I don't know if I can say most, but one of them. For my first vanilla playthrough, I was going to take like a vanilla character, you know, your typical sword and board guy. So I won't even be able to smash locks in all likelihood, because I do believe it should be limited to only two-handed. But then there's magic, and I think you should be able to unlock with a spell. You could freeze it, or you could blow it up. So, or we could limit it to just alteration. I think magic is magic, and it gets you by physical stuff. We should allow destruction. Shock wouldn't do anything. I could see that, because if a lightning bolt struck a lock and it did blow it up, it wouldn't be because of the electricity, it would be because of the impact. Voltage isn't going to undo a lock, a mechanical lock. Okay, so script load. Alright, that's good for lock overhaul then. Next is going to be storm lightning. The minimal preset is recommended. Where's that? Lock more. Storm lightning. Go with the minimum preset. Timing is everything. It's set up in a way that integrates DLC content and balances the game's quests. Vampires and werewolves will show up early in the game because they are a part of the world. Dragonborn will not start until the news of your deeds have time to reach the island and you become something that must be dealt with. Attack chances are... See, I don't even know what that means. Because I haven't played the DLC and I haven't finished the vanilla main quest. You know, I got really close, but... Anyway, those are things I want to... That's on my bucket list, man. I'm trying to check things off on my bucket list. Attack chances are lowered from 100%, so users will have less of a chance to predict an attack. Other things are active that make sense, such as not being able to do the Break of Dawn quest if you're a vampire. Thalmor will not attack until after they enter the quest line, etc. The following screenshots display the recommended settings for the mod's MCM. Alright, DLC quests. Enable vampire attacks 10, 50, 15, 25. 10, 50, 15, 25. 10, 50, 15, 25. Enable 10, 50, 15, and 25. 10, 50, 15, 25. Okay, that's correct. 25, 83, and 20. 25, 80. What was it? 3 and 20. 3 and 20. 15, 25, 5 after Alduin's Wall. 15, 25, 5 after Alduin's Wall. Okay. Next. Other quests. 9, 12, checkmark, 12, 14. 9, 12, checkmark, 12, 14. 15, 20, 20, 30. 15, 20, 20, 30. 10, 14, 14, 22. 10, 14, 14, 22. 20, 10, 36, 80. 20, 10, 36, 80. Alright. Extra options. Check 8, check 0511. 805 1 1. Both of these need to be checked. What are they? Werewolf encounters and Thalmor Squad quest requirement. How come this won't? Oh, there we go. I had to get off of it and reselect. 1025 check. 1025 check. 380. Okay, now I have some other things in here as well. I have violence, melee and ranged, kill moves on, and matched. Kill moves triggered by you and NPCs will match the corresponding weapon types. Mixed means kill moves triggered by you and NPCs will be a mix of different weapon types. Yeah, I don't want that. I like matched. Advancing kill moves, yes, but only on the last enemy. Kill move chance, I like to knock that way down. I want it to be kind of cool whenever I see this image. I think I'm going to go maybe 15%. Dragon kill move chance, I will leave that at 100%. Camera view, I haven't really experimented with these, but I have used static cinematic and I like it. Third person slow motion. Last enemy restriction, yes. Player kill immunity, no. Decapitations, perks. On means decapitation kill moves can be triggered without perks. When perks are listed, decapitation kill moves need Savage Strike or Devastating Blow perks to trigger it. I like that. We'll go on. And then the decapitation chance, I think, should be 20%. Mace decapitations, that makes no sense. Kill moves on magic selection mode, automatic. That means this is magic and archery, actually. Ranged kill moves will switch between magic and archery by itself. Manual allows you to set ranged kill moves to magic, archery, or off. I see, so maybe if you're playing a hunter, you would come in and you would manually select, I only want to see archery because I don't use destruction magic. I'm hoping that when the automatics is detecting whether you shot a bow or whether you used magic, I'm hoping that that's what that means. Kill move chance, not 100%, but it probably should be a little higher than, let's go 20%. A little higher than melee. Dragon move kill chance will be 100%. Camera view, projectiles. Toggle on or off, last enemy restriction, yes. Stealth and triggers. Kill move chance 100%. Yeah. I don't want to do seated kill moves because there's a chance that the NPC could get stuck in their seat. Unarmed, I switch it to the sleeper hold. Daggers and swords are throat slit, maces and axes are neck break. Left weapons have an ability to trigger the kill move. Customize kill moves. I don't need to. Profile. No, because I'm going to want to go through this again with my my chronicle for people who are tuning into that to see what's being set up. Okay, so tab out of that. Wonders of Weather, XPMSE, that's the skeleton. I don't think there was anything here that I knew needed to really mess with. I think that's everything. It's definitely everything for the guide. I might need to look at Immersive HUD and Sky UI off screen to find out what I want to set up for myself. Okay. And that should be it for mod configuration. Let's talk to Mara here.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
Well,
which
so
guild are you a new recruit for?
And we'll go some boy White Run. Oh, the companions, that's what I'm looking for.
Noble warriors, one and all, may your path be true.
Okay. And then you come up here and you activate bed.
Are those two at it again?
And you'll wake up
Just
and
keep
White
moving.
Run.
You'll wear them out.
Come on.
So, there we are. Dude looks pretty cool, honestly.
Get him.
In-game depth of field working.
Pull him back. Yeah.
Alright. Let's hit save, and we will call it delete, new save. Okay. And we want to exit now. Okay. Remaining mod configurations are basically up to you, I think is what it says. The defaults have been left for the most enhanced vanilla experience, but the users can do what they want. Okay, we are going into step 7 now. Well, hold on. There was something important in here. Right here. These files should be moved to their respective folders. So let's open up. We have SKSE plugins, Fusrodo, and Skyrim Uncapper. Okay, so I believe what that means is I need to load this into my SKSE folder. Open an Explorer and merge, or I guess it automatically merged. Okay. Empty. Okay. All right. Let us move on to the ENB. No, I'm sorry, the BethINI. Users are now ready to play their enhanced Skyrim SE Special Edition. However, please consider reading the remainder of the guide before taking an arrow to the knee. The final consideration is customizing BethINI once the game is confirmed to be stable. Users who have no issues with performance and are not knowledgeable with the settings can simply follow along. Other users can feel free to customize the settings to their personal preferences. Caution is advised against using the custom any input feature. This feature will allow users to make custom any edits. However, doing so without the knowledge of exactly what the customizations are doing can cause instability. The following are provided as examples of the settings used for taking the screenshots on Nexus 1920 by 1080 resolution. The recommended settings are called out and/or shown in the screenshots below. Simply click on a section heading to expand it. Okay. So we're going to open up BethINI, C drive, modding, tools, BethINI, exe. We're running it for Skyrim Special Edition. Oh, I have to close mod organizer. All right. Bring this down here. Bring this down here. All right, so for them, they have 1920 by 1080. I have a 4K monitor. However, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be recording and playing at 2K resolution. Well, no, I'll probably be recording at 4K because that's my monitor's native resolution. But I'm going to play the game at 2K, and I always forget this. 1440p resolution. Is it 2560? 2550? What is Humbug? 2550 by 1440. 2560. Okay. Yep. So I have to, that's not an option in here, but you can manually put it in. 2560 by 1440. All right, and it even tells you eye size height is the first number and eye size width is the second number. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, anyway, I might have just said something that's completely false. Disregard that. I don't know what I'm talking about there. 2560 by 1440. That should work. Okay, TAA, you can select none if you want, and I might end up doing that because the ENB will typically provide its own anti-aliasing. But I think TAA might enhance it. So I'm going to leave it on TAA for now, and then I'm going to kind of play around with that off screen, disable it, enable it, and see if I see a difference. So what do we have here? Windowed mode and borderless. I think I actually end up having to untick windowed mode in order for me to record correctly. But for right now, I'm not having to record the end game. Well, yeah, I am. What I'm trying to explain is that for me to use this instead of display, and this has other options like capture third-party programs, which I'm not for sure on this, guys, but I think ENB as an overlay might be a third-party program. Oh, no, yeah, I'm just talking myself out of it now. I have seen this record the ENB on display. I don't know if I need to do this or not. Anyway, I apologize, guys. I'm kind of thinking live here. But lock frame rate at, this actually should be 59. From what I hear, Skyrim, its physics engine gets weird when it goes above 60. And so a safer bet is to lock it at 59. So that way, if you break every once in a while that the game just breaks at it, it'll ping 60 and then back off immediately or something. I'm not sure. This is what I'm going to go with because that seems to be recommended. Okay, recommended tweaks. I am going to click Ultra to set everything up there. All right, now we're going to move to the next one, which is General. General. All right, for me, I want to browse. I want my screenshots to go into C modding screenshots. File name screenshot index. Okay, so intro music is checked. Background load is checked. 2000 right here. It looks like this should just say shot. Oh, you can probably name that whatever you want. They have shot. And then index should be, I don't know what this means. Sets the screenshot index number. What? I don't really know what that means, but I'm going to follow what they have. All right, in the gameplay tab, always run by default, 300 here. First person, 0.7, 2.5, 0.7. I like to use NPCs use ammo. If enabled, NPCs will no longer have access to unlimited ammo, but shall be forced to only use the ammo they possess. And I'll keep the combat dialogue. Next, interface. BethINI modding platform, show quest markers and show compass. Check. Toggles the mods menu item in the in-game system menu. Okay, we don't need that. Check, check. All right, both of these should be checked. Subtitle speaker name 8947848. Okay, that's good. Mouse settings. 0.0125 followed by 1, followed by 0.02, followed by 0.85, followed by 10, okay. 40, 20, 255 everything, 153 everything. All right, we're good on that. And then detail, reflect trees, reflect land, reflect objects. Yeah. Reflect sky really kind of, you take a pretty good FPS hit for that, I believe, if I remember correctly. Okay, I'm set up for ultra, high, 80. I'm using 6,000 instead of 4,500. I might need to tune these down. I already know that I do. So I need to go to the high preset in order to account for my ENB and my recording, the hits my computer takes from that. All right, so I need to go through and just verify real quick that everything stayed the same. Recommended tweaks. Okay, general screenshots, shot 29, 3, check there, 2000, and gameplay, always run 300, 0.7, 2.5, 0.7. I have that checked for myself. Interface, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 8947848, 8947848. All of this looks the same. 4020, 255, 153. Over into detail. Untick, reflect sky. High, 80, 4,500. Decals, I'm going to uncheck depth of field. And these are the in-game tools. So I don't want these. I want to let my ENB take care of all that. It's more efficient. It costs me less CPU power normally than what the game engine is. The ENBs are very finely tuned, as I understand it. Shadow resolution 2048, shadow bias 0.15, detail draw distance 2800, exterior draw distance 8000, tree shadows and land shadows only, 1 and 0.5, ambient occlusion ticked. No. Again, I believe I want my ENB to handle that. But I might play with that setting off screen and see what the difference is. Okay, view distance 25, 20, 15, 18,000, 50,000, 8192, profile high 1.0 or object detail fade high, 5 and BethINI high, 46443, 69665, 92887, 1.089, decal fade set to ultra. Okay. Visuals 1 and 0, fade in 40 and 3, default 00, 46443, BethINI high, all checks, project UV diffuse normals or projected diffuse. Don't check any of these. Intensity 0.3. I have found that I don't think you can alter this. It differs from what they have up here on the screen. Maybe if I... Yeah, see, I can't access it. There it is. So I had to check sparkles. So not that this matters because we're not using sparkles. That's why this is all grayed out, but I'm kind of OCD like that. I'm like, I really, really want to make sure I get things right in the guide, unless I've experimented with it and I know I want to deviate in X way. All right, custom. We're going to select interface. FGK interface. And then select F book open time. We got to scroll up. F book open time. And that is going to be set to 500, half the time that it currently is at. I want to double check and make sure that that took. So interface. Open time. Oh, see, it's saved as 500. I'm going to just put the dot in there, and there they have 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Save. Okay, there we go. And we're back to basic. Yeah. Okay. So we go back to basic and we click save and exit. All right, so BethINI settings are done. Now we can talk about ENB. So where am I at in recording? 41 minutes. Well, okay. We're going to close this episode out, and I'll do the last episode will just be tailored to ENB. So thanks for swinging by, guys. Again, I'm S.T.E.P Grim. Hope the guide's been helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for visiting S.T.E.P Grim's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.